Speaking of that, I would love for you to talk
Mhm.
about your biggest challenge.
Ooh.
What would you consider, because we can't assume, what would you consider to be the biggest challenge that you've had in your life? And what did you learn from that challenge?
So, Sabrina, I always tell persons I'm an onion. I am definitely going to make you cry, but the plate of food and the meal that we are creating is going to taste so good because we had onions in it, right? And so for me, there's different layers of biggest challenge. I'm a mother. I'm a mother of a 19-year-old and a recently 7-year-old who she just knows she's already an adult and she knows what she wants to do. I've, I'm also a parent who lost a child at the age of 18 months due to drowning. And for me, my biggest challenge is defining my role as a parent and what that means not only for myself but for my children. And so when you are living in families with disabilities, and especially if you're a parent with a disability and you have disabled children or non-disabled children, the critique is very high. I remember not being able to get a 9 to 5 because of my disability. I was showing up to the jobs. I had everything great on paper. Like I was just fabulous on paper. But yet when you showed up, it was like, nope, we're not interested. Thank you.
Wow.
You look very good for a one leg girl, or woo, you speak very well to be a person with a disability. Like those type of comments. And then I have to go home to my children and figure out, okay, how are we going to do this? So
Wow.
for me, my biggest challenge was for me to accept me authentically and to know that even as a parent who, by society terms, don't have it all,
Hmm.
do not show up like everyone else, may not have the mindset that or the access that everyone else has, that I still have value. And being an athlete as well helped me a lot, because one thing that I've learned as a para triathlete and being an athlete as a non-disabled person and an athlete with a disability has taught me that sports transcends all of that. When you show up, everybody cheering for you to get to the finish line. They don't care if you could see the finish line, hear the finish line, or you need adaptive equipment to get to the finish line. They want you to win. And so I took that in a lot with my children. So I became very active. I may not have had a 9 to 5, but I volunteered in a lot of places and I took them with me. And that helped me a lot with redefining who I am and my purpose. And so my biggest challenge would be recognizing my value and accepting me authentically. Yeah. Yeah.
That just brought me back. I volunteered for the Special Olympics for, I think, for like 16 years.
Oh,
Yeah, in 4 different states.
wow.
And such an amazing time to be able to go. But you're so right with that.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter like how
Nope.
slow or
Nope.
if they get lost on the track or whatever it is, you're rooting for
Yeah.
people to cross, to win, to get there,
Yeah.
to make the basket or whatever it is. And yeah, you're so right. I actually haven't thought of that for a while. So thank you
You're
for
welcome.
bringing that back up. But you're 100% right.
Yeah.
And what a great, what a great initiative
Mhm.
to be rooting for.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
And that's what I love about sports, but that's what I love about engagement. If we be absolutely honest, engagement and the overarching access Access is a human right. And for a very long time, we have taught our children with disabilities, whether it is by their parents with disabilities or even non-disabled parents, that access is very selective. And it is in thought process or theory, because we speak a lot about the ableistic theory of creating wonderful things for non-disabled persons.